The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pasture. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I will walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepareth a table before I in the presence of my enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I will follow I all the days of I life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kedema we gromabi. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it must be on only one condition, only on one ground. Yes, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral and we have never claimed to be. We have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. They produce sumptuous food in the aftermath, and this is used for the nourishment of the family. That is what we do here. Literally, we pick up ideas from all walks of life, our kingsmen and women, and from all and sundry, and we subject this to some serious forensic scrutiny. Right after that, we pick up the creme de la creme, all the juices, and we use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth ultimately to power. Oh gosh. We are live on YouTube. We are super live on Facebook. You can also find us on Instagram, on X, formerly called Twitter. You can also find us on TikTok, where we are ticking and talking with the hands of patriotism. Our country or nothing. Not to pay. I want to hear you say, Uriye. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Above it all, please, if you have any story you want us to follow up on, we will gladly do that. It is all about service to mankind and womankind and even animal kind. And remember, this is the channel of truth. Better still, the headquarters of the truth. One more time, my name Blakk RASTA. Please do me a favor. Share this broadcast right now. Please. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, it is time to do that now. It is just one click. And hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, even if you have forgotten, you will be reminded to watch us. This is the channel of truth. This is the headquarters of the truth. And of course, Kukushonemo, the Black Pot, where we speak truth to power. Speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this, no man. Secret Mahama cannot easily fire. Osp'S Kissi Agyabeng. There was the very first special prosecutor, who I always call the special pretender. Kingsford Alamisi Hamidu. He was the very first special prosecutor, an astute lawyer that so many people respected. At the time, he had some brush with his party, the NDC. And therefore, when the issue came out that they needed a neutral person to be able to occupy the office of the special prosecutor, many people, including me, applauded that this giant should be in there. This giant of a legal luminary should be in there. A no-nonsense man. In fact, there was a time he was even being considered for vice president. They tried it, it didn't work. Then Atta Mills gave him a very powerful position. He served as the nation's lawyer before. He had to be kicked out because he said some things, and when he was asked by Atta Mills, were told to defend those things, he ended up begging and crying for help and forgiveness. He denied that later, but on the front page of the Daily Graphic, that was what was published. According to Alamisi Hamidu, it was all machinated and it was false news in the voice of Donald Trump, from the false news media. Can I go into detail? Now this man here was taken to the Parliament House where he was vetted, and his vetting was full of drama. Haruna and the rest shivered before him. I remember Haruna Idrisu, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, attempting to ask him a question, and he ended up warning him not to joke with him in Parliament during his vetting. Hey! In fact, he sent fear chills running through the very DNA of every member of Parliament on the day of his vetting. Everybody knew his caliber. Astute and learned. Never corrupt, this guy. He will not take your penny. My brother, my sister, all the way from Sandema, I called his village chief, and he was so elated that a son of Sandema was going to be a special prosecutor. A Blakk and the rest, and the NDC didn't like the idea, because this was a man who had just fallen out with his party. So being chosen as a special prosecutor, people expected that he was going to run after his nemesis, the NDC. But the professional that he is, he went into that office and he didn't prosecute even a mosquito. Corruption was all over the place. He started off by saying the office was not well equipped, and he needed this, and he needed that, and he needed this, and he needed that. And I remember people like A+ coming out to say, if you truly want to fight corruption, even if you are on top of a mahogany tree, you can fight corruption. You don't need 7 million air conditioners in your office, a jacuzzi, bulletproof cars, and all that before you can fight corruption. Then, just before he left office, there was this scandal that hit Ghana. It was called the Airbus scandal. The Airbus scandal. There were some planes that were supposed to be procured into the nation. And Airbus, a company abroad, was called upon to bid. And it came out that in the days when Mahama was in power, he used his office as president to be able to manipulate the whole procurement process. Airbus confessed in the court abroad that they paid so much commission that they had never paid. So much commission, indirectly saying bribe. And Mahama's name popped out. And some other people, his own brother, Alfred. My brother, my sister, people were talking Airbus, 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 Airbus. Alamisi Hamidu had to go into it. He started investigating it, but he was overly slow, slower than the tortoise. And Ghanaians started tongue lashing him. Then Mahama also spoke about it. Then he was in opposition. And Mahama was so angry. He called Alamisi Hamidu a coward. You, Hamidu, the coward that you are. You go around mentioning my name that I am part of this Airbus deal. If you are a man, call me so that I'll come and sit before you so that you can tell me that in my face and show me evidence. He dared Hamidu. And Hamidu said, you too, if I am a man, come, I will investigate you and jail you. That was the last thing we heard from Hamidu before he called Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo the mother serpent of corruption. That's what he called this man before he gave him his keys to the office of the special prosecutor and walked off. He said this man was not allowing him to do his work. He was the mother serpent of corruption and walked off. He wrote a long epistle to tell Ghanaians why he was leaving the office. He was a failure. He had disappointed all of us. I was so disappointed. Then Kissi Agyabeng came into that office. When Kissi Agyabeng became the special prosecutor, the first person to comment was the same Alamisi Hamidu Kingsford, who said, you bring a little boy in there. What can he do? But characteristically, power is not only in big things. Power, energy can be exuded by little atomic bombs, stronger than bombs that look like watermelons. Hallelujah. He came into the office. Some Ghanaians are pleased with what he's doing. At least he's been able to prosecute people. He's been running left, right, and center. Others think that, oh, he's not done enough. Some think that he should even leave the office. Nana Addo tried to remove him from office several times because he had fallen out with Nana Addo. And we told you yesterday why he fell out with Nana Addo. Part of the reasons could be his relationship with Santa Baron, a very good friend of his. I don't want to go back to that story. Check some of our videos and you will see that, right? Now, Kissi Agyabeng came into office and he was totally elated about it. He brought his crew together. He's a very expensive special prosecutor. He wears designer suits. His watches can buy 5-bedroom houses in Ashaiman and Nima. The cologne that he uses can buy a whole fleet of cars in my village in Bang, Dolin Buzong. Bone shakers. The shoe he wears, in case you forget your mirror at home, just look for Kissi Agyabeng and look at your face in his shoe. You will see it clearer than the mirror in your house. This is Kissi Agyabeng. He went to school in America, Connecticut specifically. He went to Yale University, this guy. And he loves money because he loves good things. My brother, my sister, he fell out with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And now, Mahama was campaigning to become the next president. And everything pointed to the direction that Nana Addo was not going to be able to stand again. And Mahama stood a stronger chance of becoming the next president. Because Bawumia couldn't do anything except to go about lying and dancing off beat. You know what happened? Kissi Agyabeng decided to go into the Airbus story. This Airbus thing had become an albatross around the neck of Mahama. We all know that Hamidu is not a liar. He's not corrupt. And he's not a coward either. Sometimes he has too much confidence. and he becomes a bully by that character trait. So when he mentioned Mahama as complicit in the air busting out of anger, there were many who were sitting on the fence on this issue who all of a sudden jumped on the side of Hamidu. When Kissi Agyabeng took over, one of the very first things he did was to clear Mahama of the airbus scandal. I myself have gone into the airbus thing. He did no wrong. My brother, my sister, and I've spoken with top class people and lawyers. Airbus scandal. OSP found no evidential basis that John Mahama was induced in the purchase of the aircraft. Kissi Agyabeng, that was what he said. When he said this, the whole Ghana, at least some finality had settled. They were tired of Nana Addo and his cohorts. So it built more confidence in Mahama, who would have won the elections anyway. But that announcement gave Mahama a big push to win the elections. And when he won the elections, many were those who said, remove Kissi. But Mahama sitting back and looking at the fact that Kissi Agyabeng had removed him from one of the biggest aspects of shame in his career as a politician. When the credible Alamisi Hamidu implicated him. For Kissi to come and unimplicate him, he owes Kissi a feather in his heart. Can you see what I'm talking about? So Mahama right now is under pressure to kick out this man. But he's also looking at the saying that one good turn deserves another. My brother, my sister, Mahama is caught between the devil and the hard place. What should he do? It's the Blakk pot, aka Kokweshonemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall take your messages and close the show. Hiya! Hiyo! Wayo!
Blakk pot, Koku show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Show them all. And here we speak truth to power. Okay? My brother, my sister, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, your time now to do that. It takes just one click. Click. Hit on the notification button so that anytime we are on, you will be reminded to watch us. Here we don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. And we are so passionate about it, sometimes we can become silly. Are you patriotic? Do you love your country? Let's see your comments, okay? Send your comments via YouTube. You can also send them via Facebook. And here we go. Benazu says it's time. Ziggy says, greetings, my lord, from Ziggy, Hamburg. Okay? God Day Work says, the truth must be told. Come here, Wayoy. Collins Ajiman Prempe is saying, hey. He's surprised. Okay? More comments coming in. All right? Yeah. Remember, Eric Nilai says, yes. Yes, I. Speaking truth to power. Yes, indeed. Godwin Mawuduji Agbemafle says, watching you live from Klekok City. Le Labi says, fire. Godwin Mawuduji Agbamafle says, keep the fire burning. Kendi says, good evening, Blakk. Yesterday you didn't appear. What happened? We appeared. Please go back to the channel and look at the videos. We appeared. Oh, my brother, you missed a lot. Go back and check it out. We came late. We had some technical issues and all that. Yeah, man, viewers saw what we went through and all that. Please check it out. Lolabi says, Accra, Ghana. Okay? Powerful. More comments coming in. Shakor. Zachary says, God bless you, Blakk Rasta. Isaac says, good evening, Blakk. Carmel SB Baba says, Blakk Pot. Kuku show them on. Nana JNS Pante says, agree, 100% agreed. Melodical idea says, Blakk Rasta, good evening. I like your show. Keep up the good works. Wayoy. Julius Wameno says, good evening, Blakk. Benazu says, keep the Blakk Pot burning. Thank you, Benazu. We appreciate you and we love you. Many more comments coming in. Okay. Theophilus Otu says, welcome, Blakk Rasta. Thanks for the work you are doing for Mother Ghana. Keep the fire blazing. Shakor Zakari says, more fire. And Farouk Dech says, respect, Blakk. You read comments from some people, but you should check and see that it's not only reading the same people's comments. Well, we try as much as possible to pick as many comments as possible. So that's how it goes. Yeah, we are not able to single them out like that. It's a screenshot. You see, it's not like the comments are running and we are reading. We screenshot and then we post so that we can see. Yeah. Kwesi Manson Black Man says an organized crime unit. Kwesi Manson Black Man says there's fire everywhere. Okay. We understand. Abdul Fattah Walasa says, watching live from Birmingham, England. Good job, my brother. Lulabi says, fire. William Azilaku says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. My maximum respect. Muhammad Jamiu says, organized crime. Ahmed Tijani Suleiman says, respect, bro. More fire. Abubakar J. Osman says, Blakk. Keep the fire burning. We love you, bro. And I love you too. Yeah. More comments coming in. George Mills says, because he's a square peg in a round hole. Abdul Mujib Dawat says, organized crime unit, and their head is Akufuado. Reginald Selom Agbojo says, good evening, sir. These are the best people to be jailed for a long time. Benazu says, Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. Doabilin Zorbil says, highlight. Thomas Doji Nyameshi says, Ghana to suffer. Ghana to suffer power. Ghana to suffer power. More comments coming in. Keep them coming via YouTube. Let them also come via Facebook. Okay. Francisca Ankra says, hi. Hi, Francisca. How are you doing? Says, you're welcome. Thank you. Daniel Agbenu says, hey. Yes, Daniel Agbenu. Blakk Rasta, in fact, you are doing good in your outfit. Thank you. Akosua Tina says, good evening, Blakk Rasta and the cherished viewers. Austin Logotera says, move fire. Today is today. And Sadat Larry says, assalamu alaikum, Blakk Rasta. Kuku show them all. Why? And what's that? Larry comes back to say, I am on time today. Daniel Egbenu says the headquarters of the truth. Austin Lugutera said, get your Kenewele, relax and watch. And what's that? Larry comes back to say, I'm so happy to be on time with Blakk Rasta today. Love and respect. Ken Colley says, welcome my brother Blakk Rasta. Okay? We love you. Joseph Kwesi Azi says, Blakk, I love your dress, more fire. Yao Adobo says, good evening, my teacher, more fire. Rudolph Basigayem says, Wayoy, nice to hear from you, voice of the patriot. Kelly Blakk says, all the Akufu Addo appointees will be jailed, including Baumia and former president. Wicked party, they are thinking to come back to power. Never again. Rap Thunder says, welcome, legendary Blakk. Kelly Blakk says, if it were to be in Ghana, if it was a Ghanaian who had done this in an Arab country, do you think he will go scot-free? He's talking about the India kind of thing, that thing. Helen says, God have mercy on us. Owusu Champon says, I didn't think properly before signing Sputnik V contract. This easily means that he was out of his senses. Better still, he was mad, but still serving as a mad minister. But he's still walking freely? Why? Yawadobo says, very wicked minister. God punish all of them. Christabel says, what a regime. Shake my head. Okay. Jata says, hate the like button. Hi. Maud Benedicta Mena says, even Lucifer himself wouldn't be this wicked. I agree. Noah Trewu says, as for NPP people, the least said about them, the better. Ofo Rekwami says, champion man Blakk Rasta. Yawadobo says, my teacher, you are too hilarious. Christabel is laughing. Ralph Agash says, look at his face like someone suffering from a profound intellectual disability, just like his former boss, Nana Addo Dankwa. Yawadobo says, you are indeed a true patriot. I salute you, my professor. May God continue to shower his blessings upon you and your entire family. Okay? We love you. Yes, we love you. We love you. Many more comments coming in. My brother, my sister, you can send them via YouTube. Let them come via Facebook. And we are ready to deal with you. Okay? We'll be taking a second batch pretty soon. In the interim, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscription button. We're going for our final story. Story number 3. Watch this. Buffer stock mafia boss dazed by EOCO'S 21 charges. Who is the buffer stock mafia boss? The mafioso. Abdul Wahab, Abdul Hanan Alodeba. The mafia boss. According to investigators, he has stolen from Ghana more than any single politician in the history of Ghana has done. Worse than Komne Dubois. Worse than Dr. Sledge. This guy, in fact, fattened himself with Ghana money. Little boy. And he had all the time in the world to do genuine work, be honest, and wait for the right time. But greed and selfishness. My brother, my sister, sometimes I look at the crystal ball and what I see breaks my heart. This guy here was born in a suburb of Boku called Gingande, the 13th of June. Some say 1982, some say 1983. So 82, 83. So he is still a very young man as compared to me. My brother, he was born in Gingande. He's a Yanga by ethnicity. In Burkina Faso, they call them the Yana. They speak Mori. Moshi, what you call Moshi. Correct thing is Mori. The language is Mori. The ethnicity is Moshi. My brother, born in Gingande, a suburb of Boku, but he's originally from a town called Wedana. My brother, my sister, he grew up loving schooling. He was born into an honest Muslim family. Everything was okay. He went to school, my brother, my sister, in the same area. Anytime he saw a book, he was so excited. He had his basic education in Palwega, over there in the Boku area. Born in Gingande, originally from Wedana, went to school at Palwega. This guy. Then he went to school in Tamale at Kalisco, Kalpohin Senior High School. When he finished, he went to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and grabbed 2 different master's degrees before he went to Henan University in China. And he studied food production, storage, and all that. So he was the best person for Nana Akufo-Addo to pick up, according to his qualification, to make the buffer stock boss. NAFCO, National Food and Buffer Stock Company. When he got there, he was there, my brother, my sister, from 2019. Was it 2017, thereabout? Close to 8 years of Nana Akufo-Addo's regime. 2017, thereabout. And when he got there, he saw the loopholes and started stealing. We showed you the several houses that he bought. He has 2 different houses that Chicken Inn, Chicken Republic, those chicken people have rented in Tamale and other places. So many houses. This guy. He brought in his wife so that they could steal from the nation. That's his wife. Faiza, that's her name. Faiza Wuni. This guy went all the way to Mecca with stolen money. Haram. He took his wife to Mecca, so they'll be called Alaji and Hajia. He had political ambitions to become an MP. And we broke it down. We showed you how much he spent on his political career. Do you remember? He spent millions on 16 electrification projects in Pusiga and other places. He gave rice and oil to Muslims during Ramadan and Salah, and to NPP supporters. He donated mobile phones, quality mobile phones, 300 of them, to Nana Akufo-Addo from stolen money, allegedly. This is the guy. He allegedly celebrated one of his birthdays in the air in an aeroplane with friends and family. Very terrible thief, as alleged. My brother, my sister. He bought motorbikes, so many of them, 75 of them, for campaign and support for the NPP. He also built boreholes for the people of Wedana, Pusiga, and some other places, because he wanted to be an MP. So he was buying them with some of these tricks, but they voted him out. He spent money. And people like Alas and Tampuli, they came to sympathize with him and to give him hope that, oh, don't worry, you will for sure be an MP soon. Then the long arms of the law came after him. When Ghanaians saw how much he had stolen, they were shocked. He has houses all over Accra, top places. Airport Hills, He combined like 4 houses in one. When you are driving on that road, you will drive and drive and drive. That is the size of one house. Do you know how much it costs to have one house at Airport Hills? 2.5 million American dollars. My brother, this guy here has property in Tamale, in Boko, in Accra, all over. And he roped his wife in, and they were stealing from the coffers of the nation, as told to us by investigators. This crook. They are Attorney General. My brother, my sister decided that he would deal with him. Raymond Archer of EOCO decided to go into the investigation with his team. And they caught him like a little child caught with a candy. This guy. Hey, I've never seen such thievery all my life. Not even Mobutu Sese Seko. He was just grabbing with both hands. Grabbing with both hands. This guy. Yet brought up properly in a Muslim home. The Attorney General finally has slapped him with 21 charges. And the whole of Ghana is excited. Look at the charge sheet. Look at it. Count 1. Stealing. Contrary to section blah 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 of the Criminal Act. Hanan Abdul Wahab Alodiba, 39 years old. That you, between February 2017, you see, it's 2017, and February 2025 in Accra, in the greater Accra region, and within the jurisdiction of the court, did while purporting to make payments from the funds of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company Limited to James Tieku Apau, trading under the name and style of Sortina Enterprise, did steal the sum of 50,879,210 Ghana cedis from the said National Food and Buffer Stock Company Limited. This is close to what Woyome stole from us. Count 2. Fraudulently causing financial loss to the Republic, contrary to section blah 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 of the Criminal Offences thing. It's a 16-page document. Number 3, money laundering, contrary to section blah 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 of the blah 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 blah, you blah 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 and blah blah blah. Particulars of offense. Faiza Seidu, 36 years old. That you, that's the wife, from February 2020 to November 2022 in Accra, in the greater Accra region, and within the jurisdiction of this court, did while trading under the name and style Fahausa Ventures, take possession of the sum of about 13,213,500. 13,213,501 and 52 pesos. So wife and husband collaborated to steal. This is the official charge sheet. Remember we broke this news long ago? There are many. Bebrekwa. 21. When I started reading this, even though I had seen documents long before this matter came out publicly and read a lot of it and cringed and cried for Mother Ghana, when I saw it again yesterday, I had to applaud the office of the Attorney General, and EOCO, economic crime, EOCO, economic, and what is it? Economic and organized crime office, right? Economic and organized crime office. Forgive me, this thing is shaking my head. Young boy. Hey, yeah. And his family, they are moving around calling people poor and useless. Meanwhile, they are stealing from the poor people. Allegedly. Who created these ones too? Are they human beings? Or they are demons? Well, today, something happened in court. We are not going to tell you that today. We will tell you that tomorrow. Deep information. Hey! If I were you, I will not miss tomorrow. But for now, congratulations to the Attorney General. Congratulations to EOCO, Economic and Organized Crime Office. We want to say thank you so much, Raymond Achai and his team. And of course, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayini, the Zwarungu boy. We appreciate you and we love you. It's the Blakk Port, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. This is one of the cases that will go so fast. Very fast. Hey! Overwhelming evidence. And this is what the judges like. Pam, 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 pam. It hurts me that at the end of the day, a young soul will destroy his life because of carelessness, greed, and foolishness. Didi prekun. Yadia enye, enuna ekun ya waha. Enutina santifo huye, enomuka se, didi da, chen didi preko. It's been the Blakk Port, a.k.a. Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power. Let's look at the final comments and we are done for the day, okay? Okay, so I have Christabel who says wickedness pani. Yaboa Stephen says hey. And Ania Donani says hi fam. And bro Blakk, good evening. Noah Trewu says they are all beasts, including Akufuado. Akosua Tina says sometimes I wonder if NPP really came to power to take revenge on Ghanaians. Kofi Afum Motivations, I love your show, thank you. And he says, I love your show, thank you. Nobab says Ghanaians should have known from the start. He plagiarized his inauguration speech. Ahmed Abdul Rahim says, full of wickedness, these people. King Waba says, Muwafaya, king. Victoria Selvin says, even the devil will reject MPP leaders. He can't afford hell being looted. Wow, this is a punchline. Victoria, let me know where you are so I can buy you dinner. Punchline. The devil himself will never allow NPP in there because they will come and loot hell. Jesus. Jemfi Mark says, hey, oh my Ghana, da bang, when? When? He's asking. Missing. More comments coming in via YouTube and Facebook. Daniel Egbenu says, no, Agyabeng needs to be arrested for causing financial loss to the nation. Dr. Kofi says, Blakk, the condoms were not customized. I do import from China to Ghana, and one thing is for sure, they give you what you request. Most people go cheap, so they get stock products. The little condoms. When I first saw them, I thought they were balloons. And when I was told that these were condoms being used in China, I honestly thought Chinese people were putting their little fingers into that. Maybe to sew things, you know. You need a thimble when you are sewing. And where the idea? Don't mind me. No, Bob says if the people who are responsible for all this, may they rot in hell. Aren't they going to be held accountable? And DC would have questions to answer if they are not. And Akosua Tina says it's so sad to listen to what this MPP did to our motherland. I agree with you. Ania Donani says Akosua Tina, say it again. Oh, Christabel says they are busily regrouping to come and continue their stealing spree. Shameless people. Edward Roosevelt says the picture you showed for Sheikh Al Maktoum is rather the president of Dubai. It looked like the president. Ish. Then you will quickly need to, check it out, right? We'll need to check it out. Sheikh Al Maktoum. He looked like president of Dubai. Hey, President Ibe Chinwa. Hey, Wasana. Phone call. He's also to let the lads do that. Call for high kai. Oh, hard gun. He's out. Mayday. So we'll check it out. Thank you so much for drawing our attention to that. Bring back that thing. Hey, you see, president of hey, it doesn't have to punch hand. Hey, please get the right picture and apologize for the misrepresentation. Well, we're going to check it out. Once it is not the right picture, when I saw it, I started thinking twice. This might be a young picture. I looked at it and said, maybe, but these people today resemble like our Chinese friends. They look alike. But it's good that you mentioned it. We're going to check it out. If that is the picture, we do apologize for that. That's not him. We are looking for Sheikh Al Maktoum. We will make the right corrections, right? Salute. Thank you so much, Edward Roosevelt. How did we miss this? Anyway, it is what it is. Okay? More information coming up and more comments. Okay? Donani says, Akosia, you can't laugh. Oh. Ish is cool. We salute you, Black Rasta. Keep spreading the truth. Watching you from the UK. Emmanuel Ania says, this is why I have no respect for most of these old folks. Some of them have no common sense, which marvels me sometimes. PSFM says, hey, because I have sent you messages on your WhatsApp number, no response yet. Really? What do you, anyway, we respond to almost every message we get. We get a lot of them, but we make sure we respond to every message. We will check it out. But call us on WhatsApp as well, so that you draw our attention to some of these things, if you may, please. Akosha Tina says, PSFM, take the number under and send your message. All right? No Bob says, Tina, they are so cringe, right? Okay. And says, like I physically feel sick when they are still here doing this. Kwashi Roland, aka Bonshine, says, Black, we are doing a great job. Good job for our country, Ghana. More fire. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. Thomas Doji Nyameshe says, ha ha ha. Conscious Agbenumu also says, I love it when Black says, this guy. Joseph Kumsie says, hiya. Ayamga Dennis says, Black Rasta more fire. Francis Jitonu says, good evening, Black. Mami Akuya Yale Fando says, Black, you and I concisely said buffoon. Oh, wow. Hey. Woo! That means we have to meet and drink coconuts. Maxwell Balama says, Africa. Bliss Abound says, Kweku Agyabeng should honestly spend the rest of his life in jail. Both he and his friend Nana Addo have been a complete curse to this country. Benjamin Labi says, Ayamga Dennis says, Black Rasta more fire. Adams Abu says, the system is working. Resetting. Joe Apia says, grown-ups who are supposed to lead by example are the ones greedily destroying the very nation that was so kind to them to have given them power. Ali Rauf Abdul says, very wicked NPP party ministers. Jaff Freeman says, he had no hair. Muhammad Awal Usman says, why Ghana? Feli Brain Wisdom says, do these politicians have conscience? Ask again, Feli. Nadi Collins says, this country is rich. It's the leaders that are killing us. I agree with you. Muhammad Awal Osman says, thank you. Kamil SB Baba says, Kenoforiata, problem. Ajimamenu, problem. God will never forgive you, Nana Ado. Lachu Wisdom says, Ghana get future be this. Oh, yes. For future, there we get power. That's why you and I are here. Togby says, interesting time ahead in this country. Greedy politicians. Eli Kem Mensa says, Black, may Allah continue to bless you, guide you, and protect you. Oh, and our fathers and mothers, it's sad that they are treating us like this and lying to us. The youth and generations to come, the Lord should deal with them. No mercy for the wicked ones. Awuni Denny says, we Ghanaians are trying our best to make it here, and some politicians are trying to collapse the country. That's why we are going after them with no mercy. All right? Yes, we'll take 2 more and we'll be done. Yeah? Bliss about says Martin Amidu was a complete waste of time and a big disappointment. He was all smoke and no fire. A man who made us so much noise as he made about corruption, only to deliver so poorly. This always baffles me. I have the same sentiments. Efo Yesuto says, why Ashaiman and Nima? Because Ashaiman and Nima, they are the Zongos, the places that I love to live in, closer to the people, the downtrodden. Yes, houses are cheap there. 5 houses. The watch can buy 5 bedrooms. Fusaini Ibn Swala says, watching you from the Bronx, New York. More fire, Blakk. I love you. Keep on the job. All right? Fusaini, thank you so much. And how's New York? Thank you. Any which way, my name Blakk RASTA. I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Please, even though we are coming to an end, we are not going to leave you. Spread the message. Send the message out. Share the broadcast. Hey-ya! Hey-yo! My name Blakk RASTA. I'm out. Wayo! Come on! Come on!